Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages,
yo,
of all stages.
What up, though?
This is the Meanwhile On Funkatron podcast. We punching it up like Everlast, doing a thing like a Dreamcast.
Oh, bitch.
But we gonna make it and we gonna rock the mass.
Y'all wanna play some Dreamcast?
That'll be fun. But before that, here's your hosts with the most, but they ain't no ghosts. We got Mr. Rick Chan right here standing behind the mic. To my left, we got
Dr. Funk on the PS4 controller. I almost said one of the two.
and
On
to
this
my-
Street Fighter 5 beta, bitch, come fuck with your boy.
Come fuck
Keep
with
them
your boy.
shitty connections to yourself. I done had some shitty connections,
Damn,
man.
he is
Yeah.
out the gate like
Straight
yo
up,
body.
son.
And all y'all dialism players out there, fuck y'all.
Dialism.
We out the gate.
Ken fucking Masters. His name is Masters.
Masters.
Automatically the best character in the fucking game. Fuck you Zangief players too.
And to the right of me,
Damn.
somebody who was just playing Zangief. I wonder how he feels about that.
Zangief.
No, I was just getting scrapped up with Zangief. What up? It's DZ
Get
up
body.
in this bitch.
DC
Up in this.
in this.
Deep skinny body.
Ooh yeah. Well,
Yeah, fellas, we in here.
it's another edition.
Episode Tres.
Tres. Cuatro. Cinco. Seis. That shit was so funny, dog.
He was on this shit.
He was like, I'm about to earn all my screen time for this shit.
Saturday night fights.
And they wanted to give motherfucker Sylvester Stallone a fucking Oscar.
Oh,
They
boy.
should give that guy who was counting an
Oh
Oscar.
boy.
We ain't even going.
Let's leave that Oscar stuff
Yeah,
alone.
we ain't. I ain't
Not
gonna do it.
racist.
I'm not gonna do it this time. I'm not. Yeah, but yeah, we here, man. It's been a minute. You know, we had some complications, but so what's everybody been up to? Who wanna
Back to work.
yell us first? Well, okay, back to work.
Yeah.
Back to work and ain't been able to play games like I want to. Going to bed like an old person, like at 9 o'clock again. Been playing NBA 2K, trying to get that elusive Sean Kemp card for my team. Yeah, I like Sean Kemp still.
Can you explain to us what the fascination is with Sean Kemp? Like, I'm trying to figure this one out.
I don't know, man. That's the Rain Man, dude. It's like, I just want to dunk on somebody with him on the game.
Oh, okay.
That's all.
So if you get the card,
You
does
get
it just
him.
mean you get the character?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. And also trying to get to this fighting game craze again. Been dabbling in MKX, not seriously. On the Street Fighter 5 beta right now, and I want to get back in KI. So, and that's about it. Trying to focus on upgrading my space on my PS4, which I ran about 2 episodes ago.
Who ya?
Right.
Oh shit, he's ranked 5,000.
What? 5,000? Sorry, I had to do it. I'm sorry,
Alright, that's enough for me.
I know it's hackney.
Throw it to DZD.
What are we what we been doing lately?
Yep. What's been going on?
Yeah, it's all the holidays and the fun and the innocence of not having to be grown up are gone. And we are in the midst of January with no special days coming up as far as work goes until you don't really get any days off for work until Memorial Day. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, back to the grizzline, the grizzly. But I haven't really been doing much. I did get a PSP. If you listen to episode number 1, I was talking about how I need to get one. I got one, motherfucker.
That's what's up.
Underrated
system. Very
Dude,
underrated.
that shit's so dope. I've been playing Castlevania Chronicles.
Ooh.
I've been playing Crisis Core. I've been playing Mega Man X, or Mega Man Maverick Hunter X. Parappa the Rapper.
Oh, you
I had a
get
bunch of stuff on that.
you get loose with
Yeah.
you get loose that
It's
far rapper.
going
Going in,
down.
boy.
Kick punches all in the mind. If you want to test me, I'm sure you'll find another PSP, motherfucker. That shit was dope as hell. But yeah, that's all they're doing.
Give me this.
I'm probably gonna be a late, not really a late adopter, but just before release day adopter of Street Fighter V. This is looking better and better every time I'm seeing it now.
Man, because you was pissed off about that shit.
I gave
the better code. I was like, how you like, man, fuck this shit, man. Bison don't do this and pop. Like, what the fuck, man? Don't psycho crusher. Man, Marcus, he old as hell, man. Man, fuck that shit.
He's powerful. He's supposed to be powerful. Like, I don't have no Psycho Crusher. I don't know. Maybe if they give him a couple extra points of recovery on some of these slow ass moves he got, I'll be more partial to it. But yeah,
you gotta watch.
I just have to mess around with some other characters till I get used to it.
You gotta watch Jay Wong play with him.
I bet he's doing all kind of ridiculous, ridiculous type stuff. That's it for me on what's been up lately, though, fellas.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I guess it's on me.
Yeah.
Shit. That's me 90% of the time. I can't see. What have I been up to? Oh boy. Shit. Editing, I guess. That, hell.
Yes.
Snow days and shit. I didn't really get the day off. I had to work from my house, but you know, it is what it is.
Speaking of editing, y'all need to check out our X-Chicken episodes.
Yes, please do. That shit's funny as hell. Ain't nobody got no X-Men video like us.
They don't.
Nobody.
You need to have a look. Nobody. Okay, I'm not gonna sing. I promise. Yeah, check it out, man. It's called an X-Chicken Apocalypse. Get it? Very funny name.
Oh my god.
Please check it out. Yeah, man. So I've been doing that. I need to get back on it. We were supposed to record like 2 weeks ago. I know y'all probably seen that tweet go up. If you were following us,
we was on stream and everything.
We had some other engagements. I got asked to do a show at 2 in the morning on Thursday for the Harlem Globetrotters here in Nashville. They came through, so I performed with the Tricky guys at Impact Gym. That was fun. You know, there's some my boys out there that do the martial arts tricking with TNT, doing the flips and the kicks, doing real life Street Fighter shit. Check them out. Yeah, that was fun. Had a good time. So yeah, we missed out on that time to record. I was kind of sad. I was bummed. I was ready too, man.
Mm-hmm.
I was
hyped. I was watching them play Virtua Fighter 2 on Yo Video Games. Like, yeah, we're gonna be just like Max. Woohoo! So yeah, that's
we
been
gonna play like some Streets of Rage or something, man.
Some Rage.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so that, that's been up. Trying to practice, getting ready to move to my own spot. So we're gonna have a Funkatron Fortress in a minute. Basically, we're gonna do that whole thing. Getting ready for that. Oh yeah. What did I say? Oh yeah for? I don't know. Oh yeah. Sanders has a new her new single drop. So I checked out her video.
That name in a long time.
1080p. Yeah, check it out. It's really dope, man. Of course, it's some real shit. It's kind of personal, but that's how she get down, and it's dope though. It's a dope video, nice little beat. So check it out.
Dope, I like that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we gotta add that to it.
We'll be playing some Metroid game in the future to commemorate her album dropping.
We'll probably do that Zero Mission. That's a dope remake.
Zero Mission sounds like a plan.
Okay.
I beat that too, long time ago.
Word up. I want to see that game. But yeah, I'm currently still trying to figure out how the hell I'm gonna get the MagFest if I'm even still going. I'm still trying to make that thing happen.
Oh, he got me.
But other than that, oh yeah, you're watching Dr. Funk play Street Fighter 5 and shit.
He getting on.
Playing that Meg Kali, playing Tarzan and shit.
Getting
Street
on.
Fighter 4. But yeah, we gonna go ahead and move on to the next one because I ain't really doing shit else.
So what's new?
Oh,
what's hot on the
I didn't say
streets?
what I was playing. I forgot to do that.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, look at me tearing it up. Yeah, I've been playing Parasite Eve. Like, I've been on that shit kind of tough. I was on that shit kind of tough. Like, I got sucked in because Mr. Dr. Funk was like, yo, man, it's a sale on PSN. I was like, yo, I'm about to get on that shit. They had it on there for like 99 cents or some shit like that. So I snapped that up.
No.
Snapped up Soul Calibur
It's not
Online because I didn't have it before. So This guy just went Super Saiyan 4. See, I was about to say that word that I'm not supposed to say.
Yeah.
And I caught myself. Look at me. Moving up in the world. But yeah, been playing Parasite Eve and
I'm mad at myself because I should have won that one.
But yeah, that's it. So, what's going on? Sorry, guys.
Let's see. I'm not. Yeah, I already mentioned everything that I'm doing as far as games right now.
So what's new out there in the nerd world?
Well, let's see. I'm going to talk about it. I never say anything about this, and I've been knowing about it, but Ip Man 3. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Ip Man. Ip Man is the Wing Chun instructor of Bruce Lee. That was like his teacher back in China. And he does the style of Wing Chun. So these Ip Man movies are loosely based on the life of his master. And I say loosely based because, of course, they're like over dramatized with these grandiose fight scenes and stuff. And, you know, there's some truth to it and there's some inaccuracies. You know, that's how it goes when you make these biopics like that. But it stars Donnie Yen. I don't know if you guys know Donnie Yen. He played in Blade 2. And he also played in Shanghai Nights. He played the bad guy in Shanghai Nights. He's the one who was doing the windmills under the Gatling gun shots at the end. But yeah, he plays Ip Man, and Donnie Yen's been in it for a while. He's a really awesome martial artist, so you should check him out. So Ip Man 3, the third installment to that series is out. They say it's the final one, and you will never guess who the final boss is in this movie. Any guesses?
The buff dude, no. The dude who played Liu Kang?
No, that would be dope.
Dolph, what's my man's name? Dolph Lundgren. Ivan Drago Daddy. Nah, I'm just talking.
It would be funny if it was. Mike fucking Tyson.
Oh, what?
He's the bad guy in the movie.
Wow.
Yeah, and that looks dope to see, like Wing Chun versus boxing, like fucking Donnie Yen versus Mike Tyson. That's like a pay-per-view in a movie. So I'm kind of excited about it. I'm going to go check it out tomorrow.
My ass whooped by this Chun-Li.
I'm going to check it out tomorrow with my girl. But basically, so the first movie is about him, like, and how prosperous, you know, life was where he was, which was Foshan at the time. And then they show the occupation of China by the Japanese during the Sino-Japanese War. I think around like the late 40s or the early 30s, something like that. I can't remember. And that's basically the duration of the first movie. Second movie chronicles him moving to Hong Kong, where he's trying to start up a school. He starts teaching on top of this roof, but some shit happens. He can't teach there anymore. And there's this big bad who runs all the fucking schools, basically, Sammo Hung, and he has to go head up with him in order to teach. Wow. And you know, of course, he ends up becoming friends with him and has to fight a British boxer at the end, big mean British boxer. It's almost like a Chinese version of Rocky.
Was he like fighting the military and stuff, like the Chinese military in that first movie?
Yeah, the first movie was fighting the Japanese military.
I seen that. That was a dope little movie. I don't know who I watched that with, but that was tight.
Yeah, man, it's some good stuff, man. Really good stuff. And like, yeah, that last speech at the end of Ip Man 2 is basically Rocky 4, but their own way they made it. So you got to see that. Now, part 3 is him still in Hong Kong with his family. His family's older and stuff. His wife is supposed to be terminally ill, and you know he's dealing with that whole thing. And now Mike Tyson is supposed to be this land developer, this evil land developer, which I don't understand because there wasn't no black person running shit in the 50s. I'm sorry, like I find that hard to believe.
That's Bill Cosby, dog.
So yeah, he's trying to take over Ip Man's son's school.
That's what's up.
He is killing it. He is killing it right now. Okay.
Damn, I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah. So he's supposed to.
Those are dope little set of movies, man.
Yeah, he's trying to take over the school or whatever, and of course, Ip Man has to fight him. And then there's this other guy who does Wing Chun as well that doesn't agree with his principles and says he's too nice. And he's fighting Muay Thai guys. This is all over the place. It looks dope. You should check it out. I'm checking it out tomorrow with my girl. It's at 100 Oaks, so I'm gonna go check that out. But yes, you know, I'm kind of excited about that. And shit, Street Fighter V is coming out soon. This month coming up, right?
Yeah.
Just the time to ruin everybody's Valentine's Day shit.
Well, luckily my wife don't give too much fucks or shits about Valentine's Day, so I don't have that problem.
I was waiting for the good goddamn. I like
So go ahead and get your girl in check. Take her out to Olive Garden because that's where everybody gonna take all their side chicks, main chicks. baby bombers. So y'all want to go out there and dress up in your little like tight clothes and bow ties and go to an overcrowded restaurant, be my freaking guest.
And this is you gonna be saying the day after.
We're becoming as broke.
But yeah, a bunch of fighting game stuff coming out, so that's cool. Like Killer Instinct Season 3 is supposed to be coming out pretty soon. I believe they have the World Tournament this weekend, the World Killer Instinct Cup in San Antonio, Texas. Maximilian dude is going to be streaming it on his channel because he's like one of the big hosts there. He's doing some work for Season 3 with the trailers, and I think he's doing some gameplay stuff too. But I know he's working on trailers. He did the Raz trailer actually from Battletoads, and that's gonna be on his channel. So check that out.
Check out that 90s
Also,
movie.
Ed Boon, you know, the great creator of Mortal Kombat, just recently said, about an hour ago, that all of the new characters from Kombat 2 will be available March 1st when the Mortal Kombat, like I guess the complete game comes out. It's called Mortal Kombat XL, which is a cute pun since it was X. Now it's XL, so it's more content. So instead of waiting for the players like you did for Kombat Pack 1, everybody's going to be available. So if you don't have Mortal Kombat X, now that's the time to get it. Plus, they're supposed to be having a brand new net code, so the internet's supposed to run better. And
So when should you get it?
March 1st.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I pretty much bought a bunch of Xbox money so I could buy that Season 3. Paid off my Street Fighter 5. Got me a hard drive for my PS4, and I'm going to buy that Combat Pack update for $20 when that comes out. The whole game with all the extra stuff would be like $59.99, but if you already got the game, the Combat Pack would be $20.
Word up.
Deezy, you want to tell us a little bit about Mighty Number 9?
Man, I'm tired of this shit. Tired of the bullshit.
People
man.
hear you. They say yes, yes.
We tired. Look, man. How many times can you delay a game? I don't like. Is it even supposed to have like a co-op or some sort of multiplayer aspect to it?
Yeah, I think online. I think they said that's where all the bugs were at or something.
Man,
So-
just give me the fucking game
I
already.
mean, something like that, which I thought, from what I understand, is supposed to be like a brand new Mega Man, or not Mega Man, just a different person. He's throwing them hot Hadoukens. So, I mean, you know, just release. I mean, I don't need no online part for that. I mean, that's a case of doing too much.
Right.
Honestly.
Right. But yeah, man, I hope that they can redeem themselves. They're making us look bad, man. And by us, I mean the motherfuckers who give a flying fuck about this shit, who care about it. Yeah. I mean, when we saw them really short videos, and 7-8 second videos of him doing stuff, it was like, okay, I can get with this. But if they just gonna keep delaying it and shit, you gonna mess up all hope in what was left in that franchise, and not necessarily Mega Man, but the style of game. So that's my thing, man. I'm getting tired of it. I really hope that this doesn't, this is not a prelude to the next batch of sort of exiled developers and creators that are trying to do Kickstarter programs like Bloodstain, like Shenmue 3, and so forth and so on. I really hope that they can at least redeem themselves for the sake of the creative people on Kickstarter that's trying to get shit and keep it moving for the folks that really want to play good games and not the same old bullshit every year at the same time in the same bad channel and all that other crap.
Man, what? I don't even know, man. I'm just trying to be happy because of
somewhere.
damn Kickstarter. See, man, look, I don't even want. Man.
Tell him why you mad, son.
Yeah, tell him.
Tell him why you mad, son.
Okay, look here. Look here. Why the fuck can't you get this shit done? We done gave you this many years to do this shit.
And monies.
People don't
monies.
put this-
MONIES. Monies.
See, that's the shit
That's monies.
That's the shit that be killing me. Folks be acting like your money don't matter. See, man, that's when people don't support your ass. You putting our hard-earned money into your ass and you can't release your shit on time. Why the fuck can't it? And this is a simple problem, really. You know what I'm saying? This is an instance where you should release shit in parts. See, but when you want the whole game, they don't want to give you the whole game. It's releasing in parts. But when they could release it in parts, it would be beneficial to people giving you their hard-earned fucking money.
Right.
And they're waiting on this game for how many years now?
It's 2 years, man.
Right.
I think it's been about 2 years.
Just put out the single player. Who the fuck is playing Mega Man online?
Right.
I mean,
That's not the primary,
right.
secondary, or tertiary reason that we want to play fucking Mighty Number 9.
That should be a damn stretch goal.
Right.
Okay? Like, get that shit out of here.
Right.
Who, man, we trying to capture the essence of the original. The original had no online play, okay?
Right.
It was one motherfucker playing the game, and if it was two, you played when the motherfucker died.
Fun bosses.
You passed the
You
controller.
passed the controller. Damn, motherfuckers act like that's such a foreign concept these days. Like, they can't get off their ass and go to
That's
somebody
what I
else
hate,
and
man.
play
In the
with.
words of Philip Banks, we spend so much trying to give this game, these new players what we didn't have, but we don't give them all the stuff that we did have.
Yeah.
Philip Banks, Fresh Prince. I mean, come on, man. Ain't nothing wrong with no old stuff. Look at not Mighty Number 9, but damn, Shovel Knight. That is a damn good game, man. And it's so simple. It's something you can pop in and play through real quick. You know what I'm saying? It ain't too hard. They gave you DLC. It's free. And you get it when you complete the game. I mean, you know, that's enough. That's all you gotta do with something like that.
Right.
Damn.
Oh,
that
man.
hard?
Now, I tell you this bullshit better not happen with Shenmue 3.
It better not.
Boy, it's gonna be ugly.
It's
It's
good
gonna
roll.
be hell to pay.
It's good roll if they do that shit.
I need to make that sound louder. Shit.
Yeah. Next, since we really talk about fighting games a lot here. Another news topic. No Ultra Street Fighter 4 or no Street Fighter 4 period.
Yeah, they said that game's dead. From that Capcom, that last one that happened a couple months ago. You know, that was the last hurrah. And you know, I think the video. Let me say that again. That was Street Fighter.
Sorry, I'm
Time it.
Okay.
That was Street Fighter 4's last hurrah.
I can't feel it.
I mean, you know, the dude who runs Evo, he was just like, it's an old game.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, move over. Move it over to
Damn.
Street Fighter 5 in that Pokken tournament.
Yeah.
Damn.
No 4 in Evo.
I mean, but how y'all feel about that? Let's just take a minute to talk about just the lifespan of Street Fighter 4.
Because it was released in
2009.
He was still a fuck.
I was in school because remember when I first got it, and I was like, come over to my apartment, let's play Street Fighter 4. I'll beat your ass. You kept picking P-Log, and I had
I remember that shit.
and we was like double K'ing each other. You was like, I lost my fight buddy.
That's what Mike told me. He said I wasn't worthy.
But yeah, let's talk about that. Like, my homeboy showed me a trailer on like PlayStation 3. He's one of the few people in the world who had a PlayStation 3 at that time.
Who's that?
Selvin.
Say
Yeah.
on Pole. Shout out.
It was
Yeah.
actually released in 08.
Yeah, it was in 08 because I was still in grad school.
Arcade release was 08, and console release was early 2009.
Yeah, because that was my last semester of grad school. They released
Wait a
that shit.
second.
Yeah.
Wait a second. What high school he go to? I know it's off topic, but
Southfield Lakeland.
oh, I was about to say, Deezy, you know Selvin.
I should. Shit.
He lived I forgot where he lived. I went to his house. Well, his old house. The old house burnt down.
TSU.
He was in them fighting games because he was my roommate, but that's a whole other topic.
Yeah, sorry.
But
sorry.
like, I was so excited for Street Fighter 4 because it looked so good, and it seemed like it was nothing new out for a while. Like, people were still waiting for the next Marvel. People was waiting for the next Capcom versus SNK. Like, people was waiting for a lot of new stuff. So I was excited when I first got it, played it a lot. And then I drifted off. I think Mortal Kombat 9 came out in the middle of that lifespan. But I got back on it real tough when Super Street Fighter 4 came out.
So dope.
And then like arcade update, that was okay. And like after that, I just kind of like, okay.
It was fun though because the way Capcom would release information, they would like put little hints out here, like a half of a screenshot. What's my man's name? Was it Ono?
Yeah, I think
He
it
was-
was
yeah.
Yoshinori Ono.
Yeah.
That
he,
dude nuts.
he would put the little blanket character in front of a half of a piece of a screen, and you'd be like, "Who's that on fire?" And then the guessing game of who the next character would come out. I mean, I don't think people appreciate stuff like that, and that was fun to me. Like I remember when I was telling Jamie about it, getting him excited about Street Fighter 4. He was like, "Damn, they bring back who?" And it seemed like every other week it was like another character. They was like, "Oh yeah, we dropping this character. Oh yeah, we dropping this character." So it was. I think the way they did their PR was really dope, and it just made it relevant again. I don't like before Street Fighter 4. There wasn't anything current gen fighting game wise that was just like, yeah, we finna do this. It was just. You know, everything, all the first-person shooters were taking over, and they pretty much have. But you know, I think Street Fighter 4 saved fighting games for the previous generation of games and for this generation of games.
Yeah, and
if it wasn't for Street Fighter 4, we wouldn't have. It was so many fighting games that came out after Street Fighter 4. Yeah, Street Fighter 4. Yeah, Mortal Kombat. Yeah, Blaze Blue. Yeah.
Taken 6. That's
Tekken 6.
why I dropped off Street Fighter.
Yeah, that's
for a
what it
while.
was. Taking 6 was on the chain. And but it just I think it brought the fighting game community. It brought a lot of people, a lot of new people, and then it brought all the old people back. And you just, you know, I think the more the merrier. I don't really care about being exclusive with this shit. I mean, the more people that play it, the better. I don't care, young or old. That was dope.
Raw Super. Everybody, Raw Super. But yeah, Street Fighter 4, it was just like that rush down, and then it was like Tekken 6, Mortal Kombat 9, and all of those games were like good enough to have their own little following.
It's but yeah, man, that's always been Street Fighter's place, man. Street Fighter always been the jump off, like
Yeah, the lightning rod.
always been the jump off. Every time Street Fighter comes
And
up,
Marvel vs. Capcom 3 as well.
it make everybody step their game up. Like when Street Fighter 2 first came out, it wasn't that many fighting games, but when the cats seen how
The
well that
format
shit was
wasn't
done,
even-
that it wasn't.
The
Yeah,
format wasn't even written in stone until Street Fighter 2 came out.
yeah. Street Fighter 2 went the way of EWF. That shit was written in stone, baby. At Street Fighter 2.
Man, that shit was perfected because it's just like, man, if anybody played the Street Fighter 1, man, that control is ass. It's like somebody like said, let's take this Karate Champ fighting engine and do a little bit here and there.
Dress these guys up this way.
Yeah.
Dress that guy up. He's throwing ninja stars. And yeah,
We got the game.
he's got red hair.
We got the game.
And probably what a lot of young cats, your younger cats don't realize is, like, that set the framework for a lot of shit in the FGC. Like, the way things are termed, a DP, that's a Dragon Punch.
Yeah.
That comes from Street Fighter.
SPD.
Shoto,
Yeah.
that term comes from Street Fighter. And, like, in every fighting game, there's at least one character similar to that archetype.
So,
Like Street Fighter was like the first of a lot of things, man. And like we've been saying, it laid the framework for what you know fighting games to be today. If it wasn't for Street Fighter, there wouldn't be no more fighting games. And it seemed like
Not this format at least,
yeah, just as it rebirthed, as it became a renaissance of Street Fighter 4, it rebirthed the whole fighting game community and the whole, you know what I'm saying? And like they said, Tekken 6, Mortal Kombat 9, all that stuff followed afterwards because it was dry as hell. I'm not gonna lie to you. Somebody who was really into fighting games, not somebody who plays like professionally. I play casually, but I always loved the games.
Right.
It's like, damn, this ain't that much really. But then 4 came out, it was like, oh shit, we back.
But I really think like Super Street Fighter was like the best one because it had the most care. I was like, oh shit, Guy. I like Guy and Alpha. Who else I like? I like DJ. DJ was my homie.
Yeah, he was dope in there.
Even though I didn't mind doing it on the original Street Fighter 4, I'm glad I didn't have to like go through the game again and like unlock all these super characters and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, man. I think the last thing about Super Street Fighter that I'll say at least is the arcade edition came out. They had my boy Yoon on there. I was hyped as hell for that shit. That's my dude.
I kind of wish they could have like snuck Hugo in earlier in the Street Fighter 4 Lifeline.
That was just icing on the cake, though. That the characters that was left over from Cross Tekken.
Oh my god, that's like the shit. Like that's the golden shit out of all the good shit that came out at that time. But that's another that's a rant of rage right there.
That is a rant because I still want Tekken. What was it? Street Fighter.
Tekken Cross Street Fighter.
Tekken Cross Street Fighter.
They working on it. They working on it.
Because they gotta be. That's why they threw a Kuma ass in Tekken 7.
Let's see what this next generation does. I mean, to bring that conversation full circle, I think Capcom they kind of have to push us off the ledge for 5, otherwise we ain't going. You know what I'm saying? Because even when 4 came out, folks, a lot of folks didn't like 4. They were like, it's too different. And that's gonna be the case every time you make a new one. Some mechanics are gonna change. You're gonna have to either step your game up or modify it or something, but you're not gonna be able to use the same tools that you did in the previous one.
He's catching everybody raw dog tonight, man. I know that don't sound right, but
that sounds great against Karen.
My raw dog.
Yeah. Flaming raw dog. But yeah, that Cap. It's a. I don't know who's behind making the decisions for Evo, but if they're smart and they were listening to Capcom, then that's probably what they did. I mean, you're not gonna get everybody hyped for 5 if everybody else is still playing for it. You gotta push niggas off the ledge. Oops. And
it's almost like you gotta wing the baby off the milk. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
You gotta wing them off the titty,
man. Same thing they had with Mortal Kombat X, and they was like, "Oh, we're gonna release the PS3 and Xbox 360," and they were like, "Fuck y'all."
Save your coins, get your next gen system.
Looks like we were told wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, but a few other games that was the King of Fighters. Was it 13? That was dope. I kind of feel bad for like SNK games, man. Those are some great games.
They are, man.
Capcom can bring it back if they want to. If they do Street Fighter, not Street Fighter. If they do Capcom versus SNK 3, they will bring. I'm not saying they'll bring them all the way back, but they'll bring SNK fighters back in the relevance, I think.
Hell yeah.
I mean, they got we can figure out the mechanics. They got some of the best fighting characters.
They really do. They got some better shit than Capcom.
They need to be reintroduced to the new generation.
Yeah.
I think what it is just like, the new cats is coming in on it don't know what that is because SNK been defunct forever and shit. And the games that have come out have been obscure as hell. You have to know.
Right.
So like y'all say, if it does come out with a Capcom versus SNK, that'll make them relevant for a new generation, man.
So awesome if they came out with a new one. I mean, they can't do the crossover with Marvel anymore, so I know they still working.
I'm mad about that
somewhat
shit.
with Namco, but I mean, I think that needs to be the next project for real.
It does.
Cause we're not doing Street Fighter versus Tekken. We're not doing a part 2 of that bullshit.
Hell
Please,
no.
But on the note about the Street Fighter 4 and Evo, I think the people at Mad Cats, the main man, what's his name, Mark Man, I call him the main man. Main man, Mark Man. They're saying some people are really serious. Hit them up in Mad Cats to see about, getting a venue together.
Community.
Yeah, so they can have a little thing. There's enough people.
That's fine. And that's fine. Yeah, they'll have tons of people to do that, but
people still watch Street Fighter 4, but
yeah, you gotta lead everybody to the next stuff. Otherwise, wow.
I couldn't even block. Couldn't even block, bro.
But I don't know. Did they say what game they were gonna fight? I don't know if y'all seen this, but the news that came out, I think it came out yesterday or the day before, that they're trying to set up a fight between Lupe and Daigo.
Oh,
they doing it in Street Fighter. They doing it in Street Fighter 5.
Is it in 5?
Yeah.
This would be scrubtastic. I don't want to see that.
Bernie, what you got to say about this, man? That's the wrong damn thing.
I was like, okay.
Bernie, what you got to say about this, man?
Oh, Lord Jesus, no.
I am.
Lord Jesus, no.
Go!
Did she just say Quentin Tang?
They got blocker written all over it.
Lisa Ray wins.
Watch what she say, though.
Lisa Ray.
This is my boy so bad.
What'd you say?
No. One time they beat me. She's
Damn.
like, when I see my brother,
Titillating.
when I see my brother, you and my brother are exactly the same. I was like, for real?
That's good.
You gonna compare me to Sean?
Yesterday. That was a very titillating post. Anyway,
But yeah, I mean, I guess in order to create buzz, it's cool. Honestly, at first I was like, that's stupid, but I kind of get it now. It's marketing. You gotta get people excited, man. So, regardless of what you're doing, you gotta get people excited.
I think Lupe's into like anime and stuff like that.
He
anyway.
really is. He's
So,
really big into it.
That's cool that some dudes is just ban him, showing some love.
Yeah.
So hopefully he gets him a FGC trainer to coach him. I want to see a trainer montage on YouTube.
Man, Mike
You
Ross
get
an
Mike
asshole.
Ross Gutex
I'll let
train Lupe
I'll
Fiasco.
let Gutex train me. That Mike Ross. Mike Ross will break my self-esteem, man.
Damn.
I end up fighting that dude.
Well, that's what's up.
But Mike be getting dragged when he be fighting people like Maximilian dude and Peter Rojas. But, he's dragging folks online and talking a bunch of shit.
Mad, redneck, garbage. He's the character that I'm most excited about.
He's pretty dope, man. He's pretty. I kind of don't care for that Scouter.
Yeah, I don't know what they were doing about that.
Even some people say Tekken 7 Arabian dude looks better, but really they all remind me of Bass and Bayman from
Bayman.
Dead or Alive. From Dead or Alive.
Yeah.
People love this stage, I noticed. But I think it's supposed to be Metro City.
I want to see what they do with the storyline. I know they said they're supposed to be fleshing it out or whatever.
Yeah, it's supposed to be cinematic or some shit like that.
Yeah, it's supposed to tell you what happens between the events of Street Fighter 3 and 4, so I wonder who the last boss is going to be on here.
Damn.
But I am more excited for Street Fighter 5 than I was for 4, which is crazy. Maybe because of this beta. Got to play it.
Wow.
So, rest in peace, Street Fighter 4. And I don't care what anybody say, Marvel vs. Capcom 3/2 will always be like one of the most exciting games to watch.
Yeah.
Because it'd be
I
so
don't care if it's broken. That's what happens when you got the crazy shit like that.
It's supposed to be
It's
broken.
supposed to be broke. Get some of
You said that right when he kicked me too.
I guess we're gonna go ahead and go ahead.
Wait, hold on.
What?
Raw Super.
I'm looking at this shit. So that dude that I know this ain't got shit to do with gangs, but I just want to put it out here because Wu-Tang ain't nothing to fuck with.
Oh yeah.
This Martin Shkreli guy trying to get buck with fucking Ghostface Killer. Like, you better sit your pencil neck ass down somewhere before you get fucked.
Yeah.
Like, you want to act like you hood because you got some money, okay?
That don't make you hood.
That's what happens when you get hood. But, yeah, man. I guess we're going to take a break right here and suggest a video game selection of the week.
Yeah. Yes, we'll do that.
Word up. Well, with that being said, we gonna go on ahead.
Hey, about Marvel too. I just gotta say this about my uncle because he's just so damn funny. He was watching us play it at the arcade when we were younger, and he was older, so he was like, he'd play stuff like Tekken because it's like slower pace. So he'd be like, "Hey man, I don't see how y'all play that shit with garbage trucks and planets and shit and motherfuckers throwing moons and shit off their hand. I don't see how y'all play that shit. That shit's too fast, man." But on that note, Spidey, take us out. Sorry.
Oh, it's all good, man. I like hearing stories like that. It's always fun.
That dude was funny, man. If I could just record this, man.
But yeah, man, we're gonna go ahead and take a pause for the cause, but you know who the boss is. Meanwhile on Funkatron, tell your cousin, tell your moms. We is out. Peace out. Yo, it's the Meanwhile on Funkatron podcast with your hosts,
Dr. Funk,
Dizzle,
and the Rick Chan. We are here on the break. We just took a quick hiatus from the mic real quick. Went downstairs, stretched out, and we just want to come back to remind you about our YouTube channel, Meanwhile on Funkatron, by the same name of the podcast. Our Gaming in the Pocket series, where we talk through many gameplays and stuff like that. Our most current playthrough is the X-Men Arcade. We got the whole gang with Creeper, who is currently on assignment in Mute City, interviewing Captain Falcon about his world famous Falcon Punch.
That's where you put the picture of him up.
And we're gonna be hearing some updates from him later, hopefully. But yeah, we all four of us did that. It's a great playthrough. It's pretty funny. We got a kick out of it, and we think you will too. Tell your friends, tell your moms, tell everybody. You know, come on, spread the word, man. If you like what you see, everybody else might like what they see too, so let them know. Check us out on SoundCloud. Like I said, the archive. We're going to figure out what to do with that, but the latest episode will be up. Hope you keep enjoying that, and we'll be coming right back in with the Turtles Manhattan Project song, The Sewers, and we're going to talk about that. So, thanks for listening, and hang tight.
holla.
Pete.
Alright, here we go. This is Meanwhile on Funkatron, and we back in effect. This is Spidey Rock, aka Rick Chan, with the DZ and the Dr. Funk.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we want to talk about this here Manhattan Project, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3 on the NES. What was the name of that song again?
It didn't really have a name, I don't think. At least on the soundtrack it did, but it was the sewer stage.
Which is called the Sewer Stage.
5, basically.
Yeah, Stage 5, that's a dope little track, man.
So I know you guys are really well versed in musical terms. So what y'all think about it?
I mean,
it was just one of the funner tracks, in my opinion, on the game, man. Just like it was real busy. There was a lot going on, but it still managed to get the job done as far as keeping you entrenched in the game, keeping you high-paced fighting action. It was just one of those cool tracks. I think I might have said this before, but it was far enough into the game where it's like, if I die here, I'm not too mad. But because the stage was cool, the music was cool, and it was just always dope for me. You know, later in the NES life, you had a lot of stuff. A lot of games had like really good soundtracks. Like, I didn't know you could do all this at the same time on a NES cartridge, but they really found ways to use every bit of that 8-bit processing.
yeah. So, like Marcus said, very busy, and it's just something about us Nintendo games, especially, but even some Nintendo and Genesis games, like you can tell how far you are in the game by the music, and that lets you know like you are getting close to the end. And it sounded like whoever composed that was having fun doing it. So they was like feeling it. So, you know, I bump it in my car.
Hell yeah, man! It's very, like you said, very busy, very moving. The music is really moving you forward, man. It's like, I'm gonna go somewhere, make you feel like you're doing some shit, because you know when you're young, you don't got no damn car, you ain't got no license, so you can't really go nowhere. But when you hear game music like that, it's like, I'm somewhere, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing some shit. I'm doing it big. In your world, you're doing it big, but your parents probably like, what the fuck is all that racket going on in there?
Come down here and eat dinner with your family, boy.
Right. Quit being a recluse. But yeah.
Make sure you watch
the
your damn
Cosby Show
hands.
on.
Hell yeah.
Nasty motherfucker.
But yeah, it's a dope track, man. I like it a lot. I would actually consider like doing a video to that, man. Maybe some locking or something. You know, it's really dope. I like the beginning part is my favorite. That intro, man, it's just so hard, dude.
Yeah, it comes in hard.
It comes in hard, man.
Hit you in the face, in your mouth.
Yep, man. It definitely is at that point where
it's in your mouth.
You know it's about to go down.
In your mouth.
Play, but now you about to whoop your ass.
In your mouth.
Like, and that's why they make you so good, because they know that you're gonna be on that level 100 times. So it's like they might as well make it memorable if you got to hear it that many times.
Right.
You know, and that's cool, man. I like music like that. It had, like, you know, the 8-bit sound. That takes me back to a specific place and time.
In your mouth.
That's what's so. Will you stop it? That's what's so great about it. You know, it transports you there, man, and it's like this place that people can't find you, because you know a lot of people will say normal people, if you will. They can't find you there because you know they don't know you're listening to that. It's just like, this is like your little hiding place, and you feel comfortable, you feel like a kid again, and it says something to limitations of the time and how people maximize.
Yeah.
They made the most out of it, which I don't see happening. Like me and DZ, we were talking about the Street Fighter V joint. Like some of the tracks on there was really cool, but some of the tracks on there was like uninspired. Like
on Street Fighter 5 or 4?
On 5, we talking about.
Oh, okay.
We talking about.
I haven't heard all the songs of 5 yet.
A game with a rich history of music, you know. Mm-hmm. And it's just like you just gonna make this song bland and atmospheric when this song should be something that stood out.
Yeah,
and it's now just background music.
I felt like that in a lot of Street Fighter 4 tracks.
Yeah, that too. I think that was the start of it. And it's just like they didn't care. Like, did your balls just drop off, Capcom? I mean, you know?
They ran away.
Yeah.
To your mouth.
And we were just saying, like, when you play each game, it had distinctive sound. You played Street Fighter 2, you had the CPS 1 kind of raw, gritty, you know, sound and shit. Then you had CPS 2 that was a little bit more cleaned up. Then you got into the Alphas, which was jazzy, which was dope. And you had some rock and stuff in there. Then you got Street Fighter 3, which was like straight mid '90s hip hop fused with house and you know the house music of that time and shit.
And then you had Marvel vs. Capcom too.
Marvel vs. Capcom,
spoken word,
jazzy, you know, Razzmatazz, Razzmatazz in the ass,
soft jazz.
You know, but it's just like now it's like nobody cares about the music because there really is no limitations.
Right.
So you don't have to give them much of a fuck.
It's not. They don't. It's like they don't. Trying to find a way. It's like they don't really. It's not as big of a feature as it was before.
They do just enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like whereas like before it was like it wasn't advertised that way, but you knew it was a part of the package. Like, yeah, man, the new soundtrack for this is dope because it's remixed or it's got this in it, or you know, it was just cool. It's something that hadn't been done before.
Exactly.
But now it's just like, okay, well, y'all know what it sounds like. Just drop it in there, and we're gonna make the game pretty.
Yeah, because some games, you know, back in the day, you would play because the music is good, aka Bayou Billy. Bayou Billy music is
rocking, boy.
Bumping.
Billy.
Yeah. And X-Men, Spider-Man X-Men.
Yes.
There's no other reason to play that damn game but the music. I'm sorry. But, you know, I just give out a few music recommendations. We talk about music. You want to listen to some new shit now? Definitely the new KI soundtracks are really dope. Season 1 and Season 2. A lot of love and work put into that. I just wish they would add the Ultra things to it and shit, but, you know, beggars can't be choosers.
What else is cool is for Season 1 music, they threw in the KI tracks, the little CD you got when you bought it on Super Nintendo back in the day, and then when you buy Season 2 music, you get the original KI 2 music.
Get all that. It's a good deal. You can find it on iTunes and Amazon and all that. Yeah, look it up. Mick Gordon. That's the name of the composer. And then also, Shovel Knight has...
He do the music no more either.
Oh, shit. Okay. Don't make me cry. Shovel Knight has a good soundtrack as well by the one and only Vert. What's his real name? Jake Kaufman. He does awesome work. That's good. And he always puts love into what he does. So just check out any of his shit on SoundCloud and you will be impressed. And the last one that I want to recommend is Undertale. I heard that music on VG Empire music podcast. And Undertale has a great ass soundtrack, so definitely check that out. But just to say, you know, just to bring it back full circle, that music, that song that we listened to just takes you back to a time where people gave more of a shit and people were trying to break the boundaries of what could be in a game.
Yeah. Really pushing like every limit as you could, and I know, you know, listening to video game music is, you know, it's sort of an acquired taste, but if you know anything about music, then you can appreciate the limitations and then try to break that barrier of their limitation, which is it's what I look for in chiptunes, is not necessarily how realistic to an instrument or, you know, like a soundboard can do for you, but what can you do within that space that makes your sound unique? So that was just the coolest thing to me. Seemed like every other day I'm finding something that I remember that was just, that was so dope back in the day. Now I just remember what it was. So we will this will be a segment that we start to do more often on our podcast, to talk about music with us being musically inclined, and we just hope you guys
really playing instruments.
Right. Hope you guys, hope you dig it. So, you know, let us know what's up. Comment, you know, maybe you like the music too. Maybe you got some stuff that we never heard, you know.
Right.
Let us know. But that being said, I think we're gonna go ahead and move on to we're gonna get into the rants here. The rants of rage. Rants of rage. And what's pissing us off, and, you know, perils of adulthood. That's kind of our para segment. It's going to be lumped in with rants of rage. Everybody can relate to perils of adulthood, but who wants to take the crack first?
Yeah.
Don't sniff it.
In your mouth.
Again.
Yeah, boy. I think that's going to be the name of this episode.
I don't really have it. I was trying to think of why I couldn't. I know I have some things, but I think we already ran it.
Yeah, we're getting to my number 9 thing.
That was sort of my thing this time.
This Kickstarters in general, it's just I mean, you in a rant, it just seem like this may sound heartless, but it's just like all these people begging for money to do stuff, video games, when you had a job with a company, and you know, if you knew you was trying to do some stuff on the side, man, like this is something you should have prepared for a long time ago. Mm-hmm. You know, unless you plan on being president of that mother, like your boy who created Mario, where he's like a high exec now. I mean, you go on there and you work, you test a few games, do a soundtrack of 3, do one game, and build your little resume, and then get the heck up out of there.
Yeah.
You know? No. You asked for money to make this great game. You promise it's going to be good, similar to your old work. And when we do give you the money, you delay it not once, but twice. At the same time, because of some damn online network stuff. Fuck out of here, man. At least that shit has a damn update.
Yeah.
Really, I mean, come on. It's I don't know. It seems purposeful.
And then why is it a deadline for you to make a game? Like, okay, I'm gonna say this and I'm just gonna shut the hell up. If you're gonna do something on your own, don't even tell us you make it. This just come out of nowhere. Like,
right.
Hey.
Damn. Like, it really is stupid. Why they do this, I'll never know. And like, we was on it before, but I'm gonna say it again. Like, this is when you release pieces of the damn game so somebody can have something.
Right.
Because when people give you money, they want something back, especially if they give you their money like months or years in advance.
They ain't giving you, they giving you monies.
Right.
MONIES.
You owe them some hell. Make a publication, a magazine, a mailing list. Send some exclusive tracks from the game. Like,
coupons. Some favorite eateries. Something.
You know, a comic book. Hell. Shit.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I don't know, all that stuff would be making me mad because I'd be like, where my damn game at?
No, now that we're talking about it, I think what this means for Mighty Number 9 is that it might, well, I think when it drops, it'll be alright at least. I think what they're trying to do is they want to, obviously they're going to have an online feature to it. But when you add an online feature to something that doesn't really need it, that means you got to add all this extra new stuff for people to write network code. You got to have a whole team just for the multiplayer aspect when we don't give a flying fuck about any of that bullshit.
No.
What's eventually going to happen is when it comes out, they're going to have it that way, and then they're going to start nickel and diming us for DLC so we can keep paying them for online shit. But that's not what anybody wants. You got to take the example of Shovel Knight. Make a complete fucking game to start with, okay? Give me something to unlock, and let that be it. If you're gonna update after that,
just make a 2.
Just make a part 2, yeah. But I think that when you put an online aspect to it, you also have to put an online infrastructure behind it. And we're not gonna keep giving y'all money if you gonna fuck around and keep delaying stuff. So that's the part that I'm concerned about, is that they're gonna keep making DLC and then eventually people are not gonna buy it. And we don't know, you know, I don't know if that means the studio keep making games and is trying to do it, you know, Inafune or not. I don't know. That was what I got right. Was that the Castlevania dude?
No, that's right. Inafune.
Yeah.
But the Inafune.
Yes.
KG Inafune, sorry.
So that's my really concern. That's my concern, is that they put all their eggs in this basket and they don't package it right. The game could be okay. It could be decent. But if they don't give it to us the right way, we're going to keep it moving on their ass. And
Nothing's changed.
you know,
It's all just
he better
like
hope
I left
he
it.
better hope he can get in bed with Sony or somebody else who can sponsor the shit.
Hell yeah.
Because that's really the only savior of I'm not gonna say the savior of video games, but they seem to be the only people that's going for the indies and new format as far as gaming projects goes now. The whole face of it is changing. So hopefully something good will come out of that.
Right on.
I don't know. It's just I like when games just come out with a sequel, man. They gave you something to look forward to.
Yeah, I don't want to just update the same shit. We'll see.
Damn. Yeah, man. Rants of Rage. So I'm gonna talk a little bit about some bullshit, but I can't get too much into it. But yeah, man. You know when you be at the job and you working your hardest, and it seems like folks trying to get rid of you, and they come up with every excuse of why you're messing up, and it's just like, I guess this 100% goal that we met means nothing to anybody, you know, like, I mean 100%, not 90, not 80%, not even 75, it's 100%, but somehow we slacking. So here's the deal, I'm doing something on my phone, like, I just happen to look down at my phone to check a text message or something for like 2 damn minutes, and so apparently one of the directors or whatever goes to my supervisor and then goes to her director and tells them, well, Urban's on the phone. And I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? And apparently he walked behind my desk twice and I was on the phone. My first thing is this. If you're a high-ranking official, then you have every right to come to my desk and ask me what I'm doing. You know, like, what am I going to say? Like, I'm low on the totem pole. I'm not going to say anything to you disrespectful. I got to pay the bills, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, why wouldn't you just step to me and say it, like, you know? And that's why, you know, I call foul on stuff like that, because it's just like...
bitch assness.
People you don't...
People power.
People you don't even know, like, supposed to be over you, don't know your processes, what you do.
Right.
But they trying to put you in trouble. And it's just like, yeah, I happen to be on my phone, but it doesn't mean I don't do my job. My job entails a lot of things that I have to do. Sometimes I'm not able to be active. Sometimes I have to babysit certain things, wait on certain things, you know. But yeah, he just, and still he will not talk to anybody, you know. And he kind of like a Kuma. He just comes, you know, he be on one foot with his fingers up. He just gone through that motherfucker every time. I didn't even know he was behind me, bro. Like, this dude was self-watching me. And then, like, he sent them to come talk to me about it. And they were like they were scared of me. And I was like, are y'all really, like, acting like y'all scared of me? And I was just changing the music on my iPod, bro.
Right.
And I just don't understand. It's like, it's not like we sit here doing nothing every day. But like I said, I can't get too much into what's happening. I probably already said too much, to be honest. But yeah, that's just kind of perils of adulthood, man. It seems like no matter what you do, you know, people just gonna still try to find shit. So I say that to say this.
I just say,
don't.
yes, ma'am.
Just, you know, just do your work. Do your fucking work. Be a good example. You know what I'm saying? For yourself. If you ain't gotta do it for nobody else. Do it for yourself, so you can maintain your bills and whatnot, and you be in good standing. So if you ever leave or you got to go somewhere else, can't nobody say nothing about it.
Keep it professional.
Keep it professional, man. You know, because I know you want to go off and you want to keep it real and shit. But that's what you do. You go home and you curse about it later.
Yeah.
And document the bullshit, because they will try to sabotage you.
Yes, they will. And I'm not even going to get further into it, because then that's going to be something whole totally different. And I'm not going there this week, because, you know, I already did that. And fuck it. Shit. What else is there to rant about? Yeah. I was thinking about something.
I don't know, my bill's paid. I'm good right now.
Shit, I got buku bills. I got to fucking pay this first
I just hate
rent.
having to pay student loans. Like, that's just ass, man.
Student loans are the abomination.
Like, if your kids are smart, man, you smart, just get a scholarship or just don't go to school. Just get a trade.
Real.
Work at McDonald's. Something. Free school is too expensive.
Yeah, man, like, honestly, and people think it's a guaranteed job when you go to school. Now, I'm an advocate of higher learning and education, and I will never tell you not to go for that. But honestly, like, if you at a good age, develop your craft right now. Like, start looking towards what you want to do, what speaks to you the most. Start developing that shit now. If you at the age like 12 or 13 or whatever, because if you start doing it, then once you reach like 20, 25, there is no, you had no experience. All you gotta do is show what you can do, and they're like, okay, we rolling with this guy, because they don't want to train nobody. Nobody wants to train anybody. And I found out the hard way when I came out, and I'm trying to get internships in these junior level positions that I'm signing up for. And what's happening is they firing the old people, but they hiring them back on through junior level positions that I'm supposed to be getting because they don't want to train anybody. It's like, we can pay these old guys less money because they need a job, and not even get your ass in there. So, like, start developing what you want to do now, whether it's programming, it's whatever. Start now. But that's more of a life lesson instead of a rant. I apologize. But hell, sometimes we can be educational on here. You know,
Yeah.
We're all educated gentlemen. We curse a lot, but we're all throughout the club. That's when we curse. You know what I'm saying?
I know they say you don't want to be like a jack of all trades, but you always want to have something to fall back on.
True.
So I mean, if there's something that you like to do, and you can turn it into a trade or some sort of have a format where you could benefit off of doing that service for somebody, learn how to do that, and learn that format. Because sometimes sometimes you do some odd jobs here and there to catch some stuff up. Sometimes you might be between jobs. You never know. But as long as you have a trade of some sort, you'll be able to be alright. I've always had a job since 14. So, I never, not to say anything about anybody else, it's just I always been able to have something, whether it was working on computers, hooking up people's home networks if I needed some extra cash, removing viruses. Anything like that, customer service, whatever.
Nice.
But you just have to be able to. I'm not saying you have to be able to, but it would
behoove you.
Yeah, I mean, especially us, man. We don't come with no extra on the side. Oh, mom's got 50 candy bank for your boy. Trust fund and shit. We got to be able to have our own.
My dad's the CEO of the company, so I had a job as soon as I came off.
Automatic C-level. Nah, ain't none of that.
Billy Bass.
Right.
I'm not even gonna go there. Sorry.
As soon as I get out, I get a piece of company and all that stuff. I mean, and that's, I'm not bagging on nobody that has that, but it's just sign of the times for our folks.
Yeah,
we got to be able to do more than one thing.
That's true.
To eat out here.
You ain't got the plex for the protects. You know what's up. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Oh wow.
And that's cold. We'll figure that shit out. Anyway, and we're just gonna be real like that because that's what we deal with, and that's what it is. But yeah, man. So get on it, man. And whatever it is you want to do, I'm just gonna say this: do it now. Like whatever, it don't matter how old you are, because man, we wanted to do this podcast thing, and we doing it.
We've been talking about this podcast for almost, how long have we been talking about it, Wayne?
Good couple months.
Yeah, and finally we doing it. So go out there and do it, and get that experience. You never know,
Yeah. And I don't even think we didn't really have a podcast in mind. We was just dudes playing games and talking to each other all the time. So it's like, man,
let's do it.
Let's record it.
Let's do it. Yeah. Most definitely.
Yeah. Let's see, what else I got? Let's see. Oh yeah, I'm gonna talk about. So recently, the United States of America celebrated the birthday of a great man.
Oh, that's what you were worried about.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Would you say he was?
Yeah, so January.
The cane.
Black man.
So yeah.
Stop it.
Yes, sorry.
So, for the uninformed, United States of America celebrates the birthday of a man that goes by the name of Martin Luther the King.
Martin Luther the King.
You know what's funny about that? Before you start your rant,
Yes.
depending on where his school is at, they call it different. Like at the crib, they call it King. Down here, they call it MLK, and other people call it Martin Luther King. Yeah, continue.
King.
Yeah. If you're not aware of the history of the celebration, we celebrate the gifts that he gave intellectually to not just America but to the world. He channeled a lot of his teachings through the nonviolent ways of one Mahatma Gandhi. But he did a lot for a lot of people. Now, I'm not just talking about black people. I'm just saying people in general. I know a lot of people only see him as a black figure, but he was, if you think about who he was to the world, he just woke a lot of people up to a lot of bullshit that's been going on, and he's still waking people up through the words that he said back then. You could read them now and be like, man, all of this is true.
Yeah, cause
so
a lot of people don't know. My bad, man. I don't mean that.
No, go ahead.
But like to piggyback over here, a lot of people don't know like just how deep it goes. Like they just think it just have a dream, but it's just like if you really get into some of the stuff he was saying, he was kind of putting you up on game of what's happening right now. To be honest.
Yeah, and he woke a lot of people in America up, but he also woke up a lot of people in the world. And of course, America is a melting pot, microcosm of the people on planet Earth in general. But I mean, what he did was just let people know, like, hey, what you doing is bullshit. I'm not gonna shoot you for it, but I'm gonna let you know that you ain't shit about it. You know what I'm saying?
Why are you doing that?
Why are you doing that?
It's pointless.
I am a man. Why are you doing this to me? So, unfortunately, a lot of crazy stuff still goes on. And I'm not talking about in America. I'm talking about crazy stuff that goes on in other countries where people are discriminated on based on skin color, ethnicity, religion, anything like that, sexual preference, all that stuff. So one guy, I'm not saying he's the only person that could have done it, but he was the right person at the right time, and he was marketable to his opposers. He came off nice enough to where they would listen. If MLK had came out the gate like, "Fuck you, motherfuckers, we burning y'all, y'all burning us, we burning y'all," that would
The Michael X approach when he first came on the scene.
It don't, the purpose is to change a heart, not they're not gonna jump on board with you when you telling them, hey, we gonna kill y'all like y'all kill us. They just gonna, go back into their shell and put that hood on. Anyway, we're not gonna go that far into it, but my rant as a gamer, I have, I'm in a lot of gamer groups. I got not a huge following on Instagram, a couple hundred people, but I'm a big fan of Sega, and my favorite console is the Sega Dreamcast. A meme that I see a lot of gamers use is around MLK Day they'll use the "I have a Dreamcast" meme. And it's like, okay, that's cute. You did it last year, by the way. You gonna do it again this year? Oh, okay. Congratulations, I guess. I don't know. The shit's like, some things I take a little bit. Some things you should take more seriously. I understand the meme was cool. It's funny, but if that's the only thing that you post about Martin Luther King on the day that the United States decides to observe his birthday as a national holiday to reflect on the things that he taught, if the only thing that you can do on MLK Day is post, I have a Dreamcast, you're a shallow bitch. So we gonna go there. If you mad at me, then be mad. I don't care.
Yeah.
You don't know the history.
Get your weight up.
Get your weight up, dog. Like how shallow are you? Like, for real. I have a Dreamcast on MLK Day. You off work and you gonna post that? I have a Dreamcast. Oh, the Dreamcast was a great system. But we not off work to talk about Dreamcast.
Right.
We're here to talk about
Fuck.
the dream. Pop the cash.
Damn, yeah.
But I understand, like, it'd been funny, like, the first time seeing it, but if it's a repeat poster, like, if they gotta post it every year till they die, it's just like, come on, dude. Like, you running that into the ground, like.
Right, and see, like, I understand, yeah, we gamers, but we people too, man, look.
Right.
Like,
It's like that
I love talking about game stuff, but we gotta talk about real life. Because people, you know, at the end of the day, I don't know if I'm gonna see you tomorrow. I don't know if I'm gonna see y'all next week. So if we're not gonna talk about life as it is, then what we here for?
Yeah.
I love video games, but I'm not trying to count the gray hairs on Kojima's ball sack. Look, I'm gonna talk about some real life shit.
That's true, man. And it's, you don't want to get caught up in that shit. And trust me, like, I'm a motherfucker. Like, let me tell you, I'm just gonna be real with y'all. I grew up, man. Wasn't the most like character. I had thick lashes, still do, but I was the butt of a lot of jokes as a kid. And all I had was that escape, and I was way into that shit. Mm-hmm. And it's even sometimes like that now. But it's like, not only did I have people messing like that, but when you're not the dominant society, I gotta kind of go into this right now. But when you're like us, we gotta deal with a lot of shit. So I understand the need for escape, and I want to stay huddled up in those games and that music all the time. But guess what? As soon as I step out that door, I'm gonna make a video game reference. Is you once again enter the world of survival horror like Resident Evil. The world of survival horror is real fucking life.
Damn.
Once you step out that door, your safety net is gone. Yeah. And it's like, if you
ain't no restart.
Exactly. If you in games 24/7, you can't get your job done. You can't get your bills paid. You probably look like shit. You probably smell like shit. So you don't want to get caught up in that because you want to be a functioning person in society. As fucked up as society is, trust me, I know.
Yeah, you want to be a positive contributing member to society.
If you want to continue to have those games and have a roof over your head to play them in, you got to deal with real life. That's balance, baby. There's no life without balance.
Shut the fuck up, ignore the bullshit, do your job, can't nobody say nothing to you. The most powerful weapon is being able to ignore. And when people realize that they can't get your attention or they can't bother you, then that really burns them up and makes them look bad. So they're going to do everything possible just for you to, just for them, try to get your attention. So
yeah, take heed to that. And when it's time to reflect on some important figures in history, or for a lot of us, important ancestors in the struggle, man. Don't be talking about you got a damn Dreamcast. So what? I got one too. I got that shit and it was $50. Big whoop. You want to fight about that shit?
For real.
Like, it's bigger fish to fry than that, man. We got to learn about what's going on out here and learn about who paved the way for us to be able to do certain things. You know what I'm saying? So, like, pay respect, man. Show some respect.
And just another thing, if it's just because it's not your personal history, don't mean it's not history.
Exactly.
So yeah, I can talk about this
all fucking day.
Like you said, he wasn't just talking about black people. He's
Yeah.
talking about everybody.
America.
He want
He was
everybody to
talking
be united.
Right.
He was talking about issues that was going on in America with the government and stuff like that too. So go look for that. That was the deep cuts.
Right.
And that's kind of like, you know, when he kind of started losing the favor when they was calling him a communist. So you need to look that up and see why that happened, and then you'll see like what's really going on. But you know, that's your little history lesson, sort of.
Yeah, we're gonna leave that alone before we get sniped.
Yeah.
Oh, snap. Yeah, we're trying to get swatted this one.
Hell no.
Set it off in this motherfucker.
Whoa, hey, what's up? Whoa, hey, what's up? Come on,
Alright.
Bernie. What you got to say about that, Bernie?
That was a dope show, man. I wish he would have never died, man. He would have been big, like bigger.
Hell yeah.
I think he was like the last one out the King's comedy to get a show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everybody had a show by then.
Yeah, because DL got one like that Human
was-
show came on
yeah.
right after.
Oh, yeah.
It was
DL
short-lived
doing
on
it. He was
ABC,
more
I think.
mainstream. I don't want to say main. He was more known. He was the most popular one I would have to say.
Yeah.
It was between him and Harvey.
Yeah, because Steve Harvey just got big with his show. Because he had his show before they had the King's Comedy, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I wish I had that fucking transition music for right now.
Bullethead, Romeo.
Boy, I asked you to go down the street and get some chicken.
What?
You
is
gonna
going
come back
on
here kicking?
Yes.
What is this? I didn't ask for no Bruce Lee. I said make a collect call to Tennessee.
Somebody give me a brand new fade. I need to order a new
Hell
fade.
yeah.
I swear his fade was like Lee press on or something.
Some shit. That shit
I
was
think
too
it was.
clean,
I
bro.
think it was fake though, because he's like bald now.
That shit was too clean. He had that TJ combo box every time.
Like that's not a $20 cut, bro.
Yeah, he switched his fade out like Legos or something like
He had
detachable fade.
he had rare render his fucking high top fade every episode and shit. They had them cording this down like a motherfucker. They was in there doing that roll pitch y'all on his ass and shit. Sorry, that's the deep computer science cut right there. All my game programming classmates say amen. Say
What kind of Z-plane going on in this one?
Z. That's exactly what that shit is. Roll pitch y'all XYZ. Yes. Damn, we digressed like a motherfucker, but that was
It's all
fun.
good.
Yay.
We went from ranting to happiness.
Yay! See, balance. It's like that short ass coach amongst those jackets. Yeah, what is it? Recommendations now?
Yeah,
or-
recommendations.
Shit.
Basically, if you don't have Mortal Kombat, make sure you pick up the DXL version. I said DXL. XL version. March 1st. And I really don't got no other. And Street Fighter 5, of course. I mean, it's pretty user friendly, easy to get into. But once you want to get good, you know, folks out there to whoop your ass.
Nice.
Oh, and your boy Lupe is doing Trial 10 and Ultra Street Fighter 4 weekend.
Really?
Yeah, I just saw that on Twitter. He's really training.
He trying to put them trials to work, huh?
Yeah, he's trying to put us, America, back on the map in Street Fighter. Cause you know, we suck in Street Fighter. All we got is Mortal Kombat.
Mm-hmm. You got a old school recommendation?
Old school recommendation. One game that still is fun and cool and awesome. From what I remember, it was Soul Calibur 2. I just recently got that from PlayStation Store. It was actually on sale for like, what was it, $10 or something?
Mm-hmm.
10 or something. Yeah, that's not too old school, but definitely something to recommend. If you don't get the online version, you can find like the PlayStation 2, Xbox, and GameCube ones for cheap if you know where to look. So
Very nice, very nice.
Word up.
Game recommendations. I've been on this, really old school kick lately since playing Shovel Knight because it was just that good. And I've been playing a lot of indie since I mainly played a lot of Destiny. I haven't played too much new stuff, but I played an indie the other day called let's see, is it Super Time
Force. I saw you.
Super Time Force Ultra, yes. So that's my new school recommendation. It's on PSN. I'm not sure. Let me see what else it's released on.
It was free at one point because I know I got it in my library too.
That's when I picked it up. Yeah, it's on PS4, Xbox One, PlayStation Vita, Xbox 360, and of course PC. Check it out. It's got an 8-bit style, 8/16-bit style. But there's really no other game. I've never played another game like it. It looks really simple. Like, hey, you just got these characters, you shoot these bosses, but the time aspect of it is pretty cool. You can basically bend and break time to where, like, let's say if I have one character. Actually, let's do this. Let's say I have 4 characters. I get to choose which character I can start the stage with, and if I die, I can rewind to the point before I died, bring another character out before my first character died, and kill what was about to kill him.
Oh, that's dope.
And then if you do that, your first character is frozen in time. And then you can go fuse with that character and then have the abilities of 2 characters at the same time.
What the fuck?
Yeah. And you can do this multiple times. So I could go back. Even if I don't die, I can go back, bring another character out, like the shield guy, drop him in front of a laser, and then bring out my cannon guy, have him jump over my shield guy, and shoot the guy behind the shield before he even shoots the first guy who was out. So it's a pretty cool game.
It's like some action lineage.
It's cool. It's really fun. I mean, for the price, it's like, damn, this is. At first, it was like, oh, this is kind of goofy. But if you get the mechanic, it's really fun. So I recommend that for new school games. It's on Steam too, I didn't know that. Action adventure shooter. My old school game. Recommendations. I got too many of them. What do you want to know? The game I got recently that I've been wanting for a really long time though. Most people that play NES are really familiar with it, which is good old River City Ransom. Barf.
Damn.
If you don't know what River City Ransom is, look it up, please. If you do know what River City Ransom is, it's classic. It's probably one of the first games that had a RPG like feel to a fighting or street fighting type game, to where you would actually go into stores and buy burritos to get your health back. It wasn't necessary. I don't think they made your hit points higher, did they? I'm not sure.
I think so. You can level up.
Depending on how much you want to spend. So yeah, that it's crazy that a game, made that long ago, has so many cool aspects that you see in games today. RPG aspects to it.
Yeah, most people consider it to be like the best beat 'em up on NES, like over the Double Dragons.
Yeah. So definitely check that out if you are a fan of side scroller beat 'em ups like we are here. Meanwhile in the Funkatron.
Woo!
Check that out. And another game that is really, really close to that, if you never played River City, is Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, PS3 and Xbox 360. Super dope. So yeah,
I
those are
don't
my
even know
two.
if it's still on there.
Is it? I don't know. It's probably on Steam like everything else. Steam Bits.
Oh, speaking of free stuff, I think I got I didn't get it for free, but I got it for like $3. But got that Castle Crasher too.
Oh, that's
Beat
dope.
up.
Yeah, that's precious.
I want to play that more. Play it.
Sweet.
PS3 be having some good ass sales.
Yes,
Oh,
they
and,
do.
also for PlayStation 3, they got that Persona 4 Arena Ultimax.
I got that. I'm enjoy getting that. Shout out
You
to my
don't
boy.
like it?
Sorry.
Or you said it was like okay or something? Like,
For me?
you get into it?
I don't know, my boy.
Or you didn't know the characters or something like that?
Shout out to my boy Maestro, doing this thing out there at Video Game Choo Choo. He be doing articles and stuff, so check him out on Video Game Choo Choo. Check out their podcast, he's on there too. One of my B-boy buddies, man, like my little brother. Anyway, yeah, he gave me that game, and I, sorry to your brother, but it's hard for me to get into it. It has some cool mechanics, it's one of those anime fighters, so it's of the vein of Guilty Gear, and it blazed blue and things like that. And it has your standard tropes in there of fighters, from the classic archetypes and shit. But I don't have the time to really learn it. And it just not grabbing me right now. But I'm pretty sure if I get like some time to sit down again and I pop it in, I probably will enjoy it. But yeah, it's alright, man. So I would say it's definitely worth a shot if you like fighting games.
I'm probably just gonna get it off principle alone. It's a fighting game. It looks good.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
gonna get?
the animation's awesome.
You know what I'm gonna get? You suggested this to me before because I think it was free at one point. But now I'm watching people play it. I want to play it more. Is that Skullgirls?
Oh, that game is awesome.
Skullgirls is fun.
That game is awesome.
I think that's a PS3 digital only, right?
You can get it on Steam. Yeah, it might be digital
It was
only on
two
PS3.
versions. They did a re-release of it. I can't remember if it was DLC or if it was a part 2. But yeah, that was a fun game to play. I had a demo way back in the day when I first got PS Plus. You got recommendations?
Yeah, I got a few. First, I want to recommend, kind of a new tip. Even though people probably know about it, just check out. If you haven't checked out KI and you got an Xbox, you should check it out. It's a good experience, man. It does exactly what it needs to do. It refines an old system, an old game, without taking away from it, but without adding too much. It's everything that you want it to be. It's a great representation of right now, which is what Killer Instinct was in '94. It was a representation of all the things cool in '94. It was crazy ass techno music, ninjas, cyborgs with claws and shit, and velociraptors and all this whole
Beautiful
thing.
women.
Women with big breastises and all that nature, and lightsabers and things,
And black boxers.
and black boxers. Yeah. So it's cool how they were able to encapsulate that same thing, but make it work for right now. So I think that's a good buy. It has an awesome soundtrack, easy to get into combo system. It's got a pretty nice story mode to it.
They working on it.
Me and Dr. Funk, we play that shit a lot. And DZ said he wants to get in on it, so we're gonna
Baptizing by fire.
have to get him in on there, man.
Don't cut him no slack.
You got to beat him to greatness.
We gonna jump your bitch ass in.
So yeah, man, definitely check out Killer Instinct, man. It's the whole 9 yards. It's just like a party in a fighting game. Loud ass announcer, crazy combos,
And-
combo breakers.
And you know what? And this is a lot of people. Well, a lot of people don't know this, but and what's crazy is that game, for it to be just like a digital thing only, so it was kind of like a budget title. Man, it has its own following, and
So well made.
what makes it so well is the online play. The net code is perfect.
Yes, sir.
I just recently learned this from watching Maximilian videos. He was saying they have a lot of tournaments online.
That's crazy.
Yeah, over 100
Unheard
people.
of.
Over 100 people watch those tournaments online because the net code is that good. And I have to agree, I never had a bad match as far as lagging, input, lagging people, bad connections, delayed inputs. Like it's perfect. It's just like playing on offline.
Yes, wonderful experience, man.
I think that's one major reason why that game community probably grew so fast.
And people have been waiting for Killer Instinct for decades, man. So it was almost 20 years folks were waiting for a new Killer Instinct game. And for it to come out and be what it was, man, it's spectacular, dude. It's awesome. So yeah, definitely check out KI. That's my new game, new game. Season 3 is coming out, March?
Yeah.
So yeah, this would be the perfect time to, get your feet wet. Let's see.
Your body.
Right. Let's see here. And my kind of older game recommendation is a game that's very obscure that not many people probably heard of, but I want to talk about it because I was really into it, when I was younger. It's this game called Tail Concerto. It's a game about this world of anthropomorphic, cats and dogs, and you play this dog police officer in this kind of steampunk universe, and you live in these different towns in the air. It's weird. And the thing about it that drew me to it the most is kind of a Mega Man Legends clone loosely. I'm not saying it totally is, but the vibe is definitely Mega Man Legends, because the story is you're trying to fend this town off from these cat pirates that come in to steal these crystals, which is Mega Man Legends, because you're trying to fend off the pirates of the area you crash land in your ship to get parts. The pirates are trying to find another load on Cat Rock Island, and you have to keep it that day at every turn.
That's Trayvon in them, right?
Yep.
Trombone
and Teaselbon and all of them. So it's definitely similar to that, but it has its own kind of feel. You play this dog police officer who is in a steampunk mech with these long ass arms, and you catch these cat pirates with bubbles. It's a really cute game. It has a nice kind of universe. Like, the world is something that you really would be interested in. It's like they live in the fucking air, so it's kind of like this weird Skies of Arcadia vibe at the same time too. But I think a 2-day Skies of Arcadia. And I first played this on a PlayStation Underground Jam Pack disc that my dad, he just happened to find at the store. And I was browsing through the import section. They had an import, and I remember you had to reset the game when you got done playing it if you wanted to play something else. I think they had like time to kill. They had Duke Nukem Time to Kill. You could play that. They had a video of Metal Gear Solid. They had Tekken 3, Jersey Devil, Spiral, and fucking Tomba.
Wow.
That's how I got hit to all those games. Yeah, they had a lot of playable demos on there.
Was that like they used to have them hidden demos and shit back in the day too?
Yeah, you was like do a button combination in the whole
Yeah,
video, flip around.
Yeah, I remember that shit.
I did that by mistake one day.
What?
Can't have those happy little mistakes no more.
know,
Thank
right?
you, internet.
Yeah, thanks internet for fucking everything up.
I miss gaming magazines. Random as hell.
That used to be gold, man. But we gotta talk about that.
That's a whole nother.
That's a whole other
podcast.
thing.
That's a good topic.
But it's a dope game. Like I said, the world is really kind of cool. And at the time, it just seemed endless because back then, like we were saying, you didn't have the internet. We had the internet, but it wasn't as prevalent as it is now, where you can just look up everything and know everything about it.
Everybody didn't have it. I still remember the website we used to go look up stuff. I think it's Cheat CC, and I believe it's still up. But yeah, my homeboy had internet. We used to walk over there, like, hey Caleb, we need codes to X-Man. How do we get Magneto?
Right.
Yeah, definitely check it out. It's rare as hell, so it's gonna cost you about $100 something. I'm trying to save up to get it because I really want the game. And like I said, it's one of those games that you can get lost in to give you a really nice feeling. You know what I'm saying? And like if you stress out, you can just get immersed in that game. It's really cool. It's got a nice little soundtrack and a nice little cute world or whatever. And it's just like I don't know. People will say I'm a little kid for playing it, but I don't care. I like it. It's fucking dope. So check it out. Tail Concerto, man. Look it up. What we got next?
I had a question that I saw. I think it was on Nerd Porn site.
Word up. Okay.
Nerd Porn's Facebook page. That
Check
was
those
pretty
guys
good.
out. Good podcast.
Nerd Porn podcast.
Shout out. Shout out.
I have to find it. I wrote it down, and I have to figure out in what note program I wrote it down. It was a good one, though, man.
What was it pertaining to?
I think it said something about. I think it was which game do you regret missing out on? Like, what's the most popular game that you regret missing out on? Yeah, let me make sure I got it. Yeah, what is the most popular title that you missed out on and still regret? And that's actually, you know what, that wasn't on Nerd Porn, but it was, it might have been on Super Best Friends, but it was on one of the good podcasts that we listen to all the time.
Shout out Super Best Friends.
Yeah.
Check them out, Super Best Friends.
What did I miss out on?
It's a damn good question.
Yeah. I should have told y'all before.
Is it something like when I say miss out on, like you still haven't played it, or it's like you played it past its kind of like prime?
I guess whichever is more important to you, but that's what the second one that you said was what I was thinking of. Maybe I played something, but it was past its prime, or it wasn't like the hotness by the time I played it. So
I got a couple
few
things.
of them.
A couple of them. Hell, I even got a system.
Right.
I kind of wish that I had and it's funny. It's both dealing with Sega. I kind of wish I had a Saturn and a Dreamcast when they were hot. And I kind of had a chance to get a Dreamcast at the end of this cycle, but I just choose to get a Game Boy Advance instead. When Game Boy Advance just came out and Castlevania Circle of the Moon. Also, along with that fighting game, I kind of wish I gave Street Fighter 3, that whole little series, a little bit more attention when it was out. But you know, Alpha 3 was out, so
yeah.
Alpha 2 and Marvel versus something and Capcom versus something, SNK something.
Yeah, they were oversaturated.
There was a lot going on back then.
And Tekken 3 was all around the same time.
Oh,
Tekken 3 and Tekken
yes.
There was no hope.
All kinds
Yes.
of hotness. You had to kind of choose and pick and choose.
You only had so many quarters.
Right.
You had to figure out what.
Hell, a lot of games I pick up, like old games or maybe stuff that I wish I.
Right. For that reason. In general, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Mine is probably one that everybody played, but I never played, and my neighbor had it, and he would talk about it all the time, but I never cared. It was Zombies Ain't My Neighbors, man.
Oh yeah, that was
we gotta
dope.
do a video about that game.
Yeah,
I got that.
I heard it was dope, and I've seen videos. It's just like, man, it looks so good, but I just never. I didn't know it was like a thing. I was just trying to play Streets of Rage, and it came out on Sega, but it was never on the radar until years later. I just thought it was a game that my neighbor played. I was like, it's a little goofy game. It's nice.
You're gonna call me old for this, but I remember seeing the ad for that shit in Sega Vision. I don't know if y'all remember that magazine. It was a magazine like that was purely Sega called Sega Visions. And I remember seeing that advertisement for Zombie Ate My Neighbors and that shit, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the first one that came to mind. I mean, I'm sure there's a bunch. We'll probably ask this question some other time down the road, but
Yeah, man.
ooh,
One of the games
I
that
could lose this
I
one.
wish I would have freaking played. I'm trying to see. Definitely, man, hearing about how epic Final Fantasy VI was. Let's just put it this way. I missed a whole lot of shit. Like, I'm not even going front. I missed a whole lot of shit because of my situation, you know, and like having to play what everybody else had and not really being able to choose what I was going to play. So, yeah, it kind of sucked, man. Like, you know, I didn't really get to choose what I was going to play until like PlayStation. I really did that because I was always in fucking trouble. So. But that's besides the point. Yeah, so I wish I would have played Final Fantasy VI because when I hear about how groundbreaking it was and like how great the story is, it's like I wish I would have been able to play that shit when I had loads of disposable time. Like now I don't have that. So Now when I go in my room, I look to see what game I'm gonna play. I hide from my RPGs because they frighten me because I don't have the time to play them.
That's true.
So many of them.
And it's just like I got a lot of them, and it's just like, well, once I start, I'm not gonna finish it. And it's like that girl that you want to date, but it's like you can't commit to her. She's like, look, man, I'm already spread thin as it is. I can't give you the time and love you deserve, but I do want to give you a shot. I'm sorry. I mean, you might can sit on the bench, and I might call you up, but yeah, I can't. You can't be on the starting five.
I feel you on that to a degree. I wish I had time to play it now. I think that's something I probably actually appreciate more now, like Chrono Trigger.
Mm-hmm.
Like I played it as an adult. Stuff like that as a kid probably would have been a little bit too old whatever for me.
Yeah,
like I
it
wouldn't
is,
appreciate it. That because like you played basically stuff that your friends and stuff played was popular.
Right.
And RPGs just wasn't popular in my circle as a kid. Yeah, you either play Mortal Kombat, Street Fighters, or NBA Jams.
I knew a kid who was on that shit though, and he was an asshole. And I can't remember his name. I wish I remember. You had a big fucking head, and you looked like the president of fucking Conglomero from Rocco's Modern Life.
Oh,
fucking
wow.
Asshole. He was a fucking asshole because I remember he was always on RPGs. He would come in with the strategy guides, game magazines, or anything related to games that was on paper and text was gold for me. And I was like, oh man, can I just have a look at it? It's like, just let me see it. You're gonna take it back home anyway. You get to have it. He would never let me see his books. And I remember him making fun of me, like, you can't pronounce Secret of Mana. And I said Secret of Mana. He's like, no, you're not saying it right. Okay, Secret of Mana. You're still not saying it right, so you can't see it. So he was coming in with Final Fantasy 3 or 6 books. He had Secret of Mana, all this shit, and he would never let me look at it. And he was like the one kid that I knew that was playing RPGs before I knew what RPGs were. And I remember I got deeper in the games, and I was like, damn, this is what he was playing. He was kind of ahead of the curve, man. Wow. So yeah, I say that to say I wish I would have fucking played this shit. But hey, that's why we grown. We make money now. We can go out and buy the shit.
Attempt to play it.
In the attempt to play it. I got Final Fantasy 6 right now on my Wii, and I just bought Final Fantasy Anthologies. So last time we were at the store.
Yeah, I got Final Fantasy. Man, they want me in all that shit.
Been kind of a different episode, But it's cool. We're gonna put it out there, see what y'all think. So hopefully, man, y'all give us a call back and let us know what's up. I mean, not a call back, shit. Fuck a call back.
He's sleepy there.
Y'all can holler at us and let us know what's up. Comment on the shit. Like, leave some comment. Let us know you're here.
They gonna say mean stuff.
Share it with your friends. Say something. I mean, you can say something mean. Just keep it not racist. You don't say anything mean.
I don't care.
I don't care.
You gonna call me whatever.
I call y'all bitches, so y'all better say something.
Well, yeah, say something to us, man.
BBC. That's all I'll say.
We gonna talk with you. We'll talk with you. So
Holla.
We gonna sign off. This is Rip Chan and
Destructo. These
nuts.
Dr. Funk.
And we gonna holler at you.
Peace.
Peace.
Hey, appreciate y'all.
Yep.
Thank you.